What's up everybody, it's Adam Tech and Stuff here, back to you with another video. And this one is tailoring towards multimedia designers and designers of all sorts. Okay, so if you are a graphic designer, web designer, interior designer, fashion designer, these apps are going to help you. To start it off, we will start with Adobe Lightroom. Adobe Lightroom works just the same as the Lightroom on desktop version. But what this app allows you to do is to work on your phone on the go quickly as possible and do the adjustments that you need possible to get by, and then you could save it on the cloud or any other cloud of your choice, and you can also upload immediately if you're fine with the adjustments that you've made, and then you can also work on it on your desktop version later after you have grabbed it from the cloud. Now I already have some photos uploaded here. We will go to this photo. We're going to go ahead, color correct this. We could go to creative and we have all of these options available just to quickly, put something out there. Then if we go ahead and click on color, we have different types of tones to choose from. We have 3 punches. We have low contrast, high contrast, cool, warm, and vibe, okay, and dynamic, okay. We go to black and white. We have different levels of black and white, which is very good for those who do like black and whites and want to put something out there on Instagram. Slide down here, we have detail. We have low clarity, we have low, mid, and highs. And then we also have noise reduction, low, mids, and highs as well. And then we go to effect, vignette. We have light, medium, and heavy. We have grain, light, medium, heavy as well, and we also have a blur. We could go to camera. We have high contrast, low. We have high contrast, flat, warm shadows, contrast to black and white, or flat black and white. Let's see what warm shadows looks like. Kind of like that, not bad. And then if you slide down even further, we have previous and reset. To go into very detailed editing, we're going to go ahead and click this slider icon right here on the bottom. See that? Going to click that. Now we are in the basic editing app, or basic editing functions right now. These are the simplest functions you could possibly get to. Now if you go back to slide all the way to the start, we click this first icon right there that looks like a shutter button. We see that we can go into tone curves. You see, now we can adjust the white balance, the black balance, and the mids. Very, very quick and easy. Not a problem. You can slide down even further. You can adjust the dark tones. Do you want the darks to go washed out, or do you want the darks to come stronger in? Okay. Same thing for shadows. Do you want the shadows up? Do you want the shadows down? It's all up to you. Same functions in Photoshop Lightroom, even in Photoshop as well. And if you don't like anything, you could always reset it by double clicking on the slider. It takes everything back. So if I don't want my darks, I just double click on the slider. If I want lights, double click on the slider. Everything I can reset, right? And then if we go to mode, parametric, we could adjust the different color tones that we want to be punched higher or lower, or to be seen. This app is very, very useful, especially for those who are trying to post pictures immediately. And if you also have a wireless camera, we quickly edit these and put them out ready for publishing, or Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever you need to put it out there for. Maybe you need to share it with a client just to preview of what's to come. Okay, so this is one great app. Okay, the next one, Adobe Illustrator Draw. It allows you to draw the ideas that you have in your mind, or maybe you're in a meeting and you don't have your laptop. If a client is mentioning something, you want to be able to at least put something that's in your head right then and there. You want to be able to draw it. Okay. Seems like the application has hung, but I will try to leave a video on this side right here for you guys to see of some examples of what you can do with Adobe Draw. Okay, Another great thing is that for Adobe Draw, you can save it, or actually all of these Adobe apps, you can save it to the cloud and you can use it later when you need to. Okay, so if you're on the go, you work on your phone, and when you get home, you remember you need to work on something, you grab it from the cloud, and you start working on it immediately. Okay, the next one will be Adobe Capture. Okay, it's not working. It's crazy. These apps were working for me earlier, but now they're not. Adobe, please fix the bugs that you have with Adobe Capture and Adobe Illustrator Draw for the mobile app. It's annoying because I use them a lot. Okay. Since that one's not working, we will go to the next one, which is Adobe Color. Okay. So Adobe Color, as you see, my phone is looking at the laptop, and it's picking up all the multiple colors that possible from that view. Okay. Now, if I go to my pillow, it picks up. If I go to my pillow, it picks up all the different colors possible from that. Now, what I could also do, I could freeze it by tapping on the screen. And then I could either keep it as this is a nice little color swatch, right? But if I want to change a certain color, I could take that bubble, drag it to wherever I want. Say for instance, if I want that dark turquoise right there, I'll keep it right there. So now we have a color swatch to save and use for designing, or maybe web design, or anything that you want. Okay, so once we have that, we go ahead and check that. We'll name this theme Aqua because it has a nice little sand tone and beach tone to it. Actually, maybe Aqua Beach. And then you could publish to coloradobe.com. You could add tags separate by commas, whatever you want. Okay, for good purposes, I'm actually going to share this on the cloud right now, and I'm going to add some tags that will relative tags to this. So beach. Okay, so we'll go ahead and check that. I could actually organize my colors. These are colors that I have right now. So if I want to copy this, I can copy it to another library. Okay. I could pick out any other color from that scene to this swatch, which is home swatches, and I could go into edit this, right? Now, if we go into shades configuration, logos, it changes shades and everything. Complementary. It's pretty interesting. This app allows you to get colors from different type of styles and swatches, and I wish they had the Pantone colors in here because I know a lot of fashion designers and artists and painters deal with Pantone colors. This is a good app for designers of all sorts to quickly motivate themselves or inspire or get inspired by color, because we all work with color. The other app is Adobe Clip. Now this one's going to be tailored to those who'd like to do videos, such as in Adobe Premiere. This is a mini version of Adobe Premiere. By mini version, I mean small mini version. Okay? So go ahead, go into Adobe Premiere Clip, and I will show you a clip that I made earlier today for you guys. So in order to add another video or photo for your composition, go ahead, click on device. Let's say we will go to just, yeah, we'll import this clip right here, just in the middle. We will, to shorten down these clips, you select the clip. So if I select this clip, the second clip, now I could trim it down. My clip is originally 30 seconds long, so halfway in will be 15 seconds. Okay. So here, on the shutter button up here, we can edit the exposure, highlights, and shadows. If we go to the next one, we could edit the audio. We could have the audio overpower the volume of the video, or we could have it under. Okay, and then we also have smart volume. Smart volume doesn't really work the best, in my opinion, because it's like it fluctuates up and down constantly, and sometimes it gets quite annoying unless you actually have control over it. Then we go to the next one. We could duplicate the clip, or we could actually split the clip. Okay, you could change its speed as well. You can make it slower, but you cannot make it faster. That I wish they had, where you can make your clip go faster. So if we go back, and let's go ahead and click on this music note up here right next to the sync button. If we click that, I've already uploaded a song in here. So now the volume is at 100%. We can make the volume louder, and we can also make it lower. And we can also have sync to music. It says when this is on, timing a clip will snap to the beat of the soundtrack, which is really good. Very, very good. Okay, so I will play this example for you of the composition that it has. So we'll play from the beginning. Okay, that's good. Now, all of these clips were recorded in 4K. Now keep in mind, this app can work with 4K, but the codecs within this app does not work the best with 4K. As you see, there is some slight stutters and jitters within the video. So if you're using this app with your 4K camera or your 4K capable phone, I would actually suggest going to Full HD because it works smoother in Full HD. For 4K, I would suggest taking that footage and actually using it on your desktop app. Even though you can save this to your cloud, which is not a problem, but do not completely execute this composition with a 4K video on your phone. You could save the composition on the phone to the cloud, go to your desktop computer or laptop, and then finish editing it on there, because you'll get the full result of how you really want it to be. Okay. Next is Adobe Brush. Okay. Adobe Brush is really good for designers. Very, very good for designers and fashion designers in all areas. Okay. So as you see on the screen, I'm looking at my laptop. Say for instance, if someone wants a laptop brush, right? So all we would do is select the color that we want to eliminate and take that brush and make it strong and make it weaker. But since we don't want much of the keyboard erased, we're going to keep it right there. And then what we're going to do, we're going to hit this camera button right on the bottom. And then we could crop our brush accordingly. Okay, so we'll go ahead and check that. And then here we have all the different features of the brush you want to, or you could possibly use. Okay, so we have Adobe Photoshop sketch brushes. We have Adobe Photoshop CC brushes. Okay, and we have Illustrator brushes. You can use these in any app you want. Okay, Adobe Sketch brushes. That's a mobile app for it's almost the same thing as Adobe Illustrator Draw. You could draw, you can import it to Photoshop or Illustrator, vice versa with Illustrator too. Okay, but with these are very flexible buttons. So if I click here, you see, I could test my brush, I could clear it, test it, see how it looks. If I don't like it, I can edit it. How do we edit it? Now, we can edit it many different ways. Actually, let me go back in there. Let me go back in here, click that. Now this brush one right here. Now here, we can adjust the type of style that we want our brush to be. So we'll keep it like that. Go into these sliders, we could change the size of the brush. You see that we have a stretched out keyboard right now. We could change the flow of it, which is very similar to the opacity. If we go up, we could change it to black and white, or we could change it to RGB if possible. Next we have stretch, or we have linear, mirror, stretch, and everything else. But it depends on what you're trying to save this brush set for which app. Okay, so we have velocity now. We have the size of velocity. We can make it small, we can make it big. Okay, we have the flow, which is the same of almost as opacity or fade. We have noise. You can have more noise or not. You can make it anti-alias. It's not bad. And then you can have it fade in and out, or you can have it tapered. I like tapered sometimes, so I'm going to save that. And I would save it. Okay. I'll choose a library. Yeah, just my library brushes. Okay. As you see, this brush right here, ATS, I made this one earlier before the video. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this was able to help you all with any applications that you need to use on the go for your everyday designing materials or whatever you need to put down quickly on paper, or in this case, on your phone. Hopefully this inspired all of you designers to look at these apps and download them as well. If you like it, leave a thumbs up for me. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section down below. And if you have any questions, leave those down below. I'll be glad to answer those as fast as I can. All right, this is Adam Tech and Stuff. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.